Okay, it's time to go. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Hello, guys. Today we are going to tell you about the new product, which is called TrueConf Calendar Connector, which was designed to ease the communication with the most popular calendar server, which is called Exchange, Microsoft Exchange Server. So we have now a new solution, which will significantly improve the user experience who are using Outlook as a calendar application. Maria will assist me. My name is Lev. I'm a marketing guy, and Maria is responsible for public relations, and she always helped me with the webinars. I will share my screen today. We have a lot of demos, so no slideshow. We will use my screen. If you have any questions, ask them in the chat. Please tell us if you can hear us well, if you can see us well, and we will start them.
And tell us, please, if you use Exchange in your corporate environment. It's interesting to know for us.
Most of the companies do. So tell us if you are not using Exchange as a calendar server. That would be interesting. What solutions you are using if not Exchange Server, and what protocol they're based on, because we're thinking about the next version of that product, which will support the other protocol, most popular protocol after the Exchange protocol, which is CalDAV, C-A-L-D-A-V protocol, which is used by Nextcloud and some other solutions. So we're going to support that as well, but a little bit later. Anyway, the new product was designed to provide the missing pieces of interoperability with Exchange environment, because I'd like to remind you that, the next slide, we already have native plugins for Outlook and for Thunderbird. We actually have two plugins for Outlook. Do you see this slide? I think so.
Yes. We see the slide about integration with corporate calendars, Outlook and Thunderbird.
Yeah, thank you. So for Outlook, we have two versions. The new version, which is web-based, and the older version for, let's say, thick native Outlook application, which is not web-based, which is called COM plugin. And both plugins, they have some limitations, because Outlook application doesn't allow us, for example, to synchronize the list of participants of the events. It doesn't allow us to edit when we change some parameters of the conference from TrueConf server side. It is very difficult to update information about that even on Outlook side. That was a huge challenge. We have to manually open the plugin on selected event and manually click on update button to synchronize the changes between Outlook and TrueConf server events. So that has to be done manually. That was a problem. And the only way to overcome those obstacles and to provide transparent and native support for all types of Microsoft Exchange integration and events was to fully support Microsoft Exchange Server. And hopefully, Exchange Server has special service which is called Exchange Web Services. It is a kind of an edge server kind of solution which provides connectivity for third-party systems with Microsoft Exchange ecosystem. And we natively support it. We added support for that EWS protocol, for that EWS service, in the new product, which is called TrueConf Calendar Connector. That new product basically speaks only with Exchange Web Services. It doesn't directly connect to Exchange Server. It has no connections with TrueConf client applications. It is a kind of a bridge which connects together TrueConf Server and Exchange Web Services service from Exchange ecosystem. So basically a bridge between Microsoft and TrueConf systems, not accessible by users. So it could be installed in the private network. It actually could be installed on the same machine where TrueConf Server is installed. It doesn't require internet access, and I will tell you briefly why so. But before we proceed, I'd like to pay attention that new product finally resolves all the issues we had with the plugins for Outlook. Now we don't have any limitations, so we can synchronize everything. We can update TrueConf Calendar with all types of events and interactions from Outlook. The synchronization happens automatically. We don't need to update anything manually. And it is totally transparent for users. So this is the right way how to provide Exchange integration for conferencing application, and we did the new product for that. which is called Calendar Connector. Because TrueConf Calendar Connector utilizes the new methods of TrueConf Server API, the connectivity between Calendar Connector is only possible for TrueConf Server version 5.5 and later. That version of TrueConf Server is not released yet. It will be available shortly. We expect it to be released in the next 2 weeks, very shortly. Actually, we told about that release in our previous webinar 2 weeks ago. Just recently, and so the new product will also become available together alongside with the TrueConf Server update. So despite the fact that those two products are separate products, they will be released simultaneously. They will be released together. And that new TrueConf Calendar Connector product is actually a product. So it has the distribution, it has activation key. It could be downloaded from our website. You will be able to download it from our website. It will be available for all operating systems which are supported by TrueConf Server. And that means Microsoft Windows, of course, Debian, CentOS, and many others. So doesn't matter on which operating system your video conferencing infrastructure are working on. TrueConf Calendar Connector will be available on those platforms as well. So let's have a look on the preliminary setup we have to do on Microsoft side. So first of all, Exchange is the critical part of every company infrastructure. It is usually not exposed to the public networks. It is usually located in the protected network, and we fully support all types of integrations in a secure way. So we are not putting in any kind of risk on Exchange Server, and we follow the Microsoft guidelines how to properly communicate with Exchange web services. For that, we require to set up specific impersonated accounts on Exchange side. This is the right way. We don't want to use the user accounts to authenticate. We use specific accounts to authenticate on EWS. We also require to follow a short guide on Microsoft Exchange settings. So when that product will be available for download, that guide, setup guides for Exchange site will be available in the documentation. It's not really difficult, but some preliminary work has to be done on Exchange site to make possible for TrueConf Calendar connection to it. It has to be done just once. It is not difficult, and it has to be done by administrators, not by users. So once it is set up, everything for users is transparent. They will just see the events from Outlook. They will never see the interface of those products, Exchange settings or TrueConf Calendar configuration files. So some configuration required, like everything in the Microsoft world that has a lot of settings, but it is not really difficult. You just need to follow our guide. If we speak about the architecture of the solution, before we proceed for the demonstration and screenshots, I'd like to put a stress that why we have decided to make this to release that functionality in a form of a separate product. Why TrueConf Calendar Connector is not built-in function in TrueConf Server? Why it is a separate product? And reason for that is quite obvious, because we are mostly working with larger companies, and they usually have multiple Exchange servers. They usually have multiple clusters of TrueConf servers for conferencing. They usually have many different branches connected using VPN networks, and the network design is quite complicated. And if we would make the Calendar Connector part of TrueConf Server, that will not answer all those challenges, because a single TrueConf Server should, in that case, maintain connection with multiple Exchange servers in different networks. That could be an issue. So we decided to choose the standalone approach, and now we have a separate product, which, by the way, has a separate life cycles, so we can update it totally independently from TrueConf Server, and we are going to release updates more often than TrueConf Server updates. and it could be updated without affecting the performance and the operation of TrueConf Server. So that's a very nice approach, and we are not connected with any features of TrueConf Server. So that's a separate product which much easier to maintain, develop for, and support. And most importantly, that single installation of TrueConf Calendar Connector could be connected to multiple TrueConf Server instances from one side and multiple Exchange or Calendar Servers instances from other side. That's important. And actually, we can multiply that. So we can scale horizontally that installation. So we could have many TrueConf Calendar Connectors connected to the same Exchange servers, but to the different TrueConf servers. And that way, we can provide calendar integration capabilities for hundreds of thousands of users. So there is no limit. So it is a fully scalable approach. And by testing that solution, we find out that every node, every installation of TrueConf Calendar Connector could synchronize information about all type of events for up to 10,000 users. That's a lot. So we could have many nodes for every 10,000 users connected to the same forest, but to the same bunch of Exchange servers. Usually they are also not just a single server, there are many of them for larger companies. But it's still also possible to connect TrueConf Calendar just to a single TrueConf server or a single Exchange server. It can be done in a basic scenario, but the architecture which is inside fully support much larger installations, much larger. Hundreds of thousands of users are supported. I'd like to also point out that TrueConf Calendar Connector support the redundancy. So we could have a backup server using active standby mode. That means that all information about the events of the users are synchronized between the master TrueConf Calendar application and a backup TrueConf Calendar Connector application. And if anything happens, the main role switches to the backup TrueConf Calendar application without interrupting the service. So it is fully redundancy is supported. And we could also use the single TrueConf Calendar Connector to multiple TrueConf servers. So it should be set up only once, and after that it will work. We don't have UI for TrueConf Calendar Connector. We have a configuration file. That configuration files actually tells the instance of the TrueConf Calendar where the Exchange web services is located and where TrueConf Server is located, or multiple TrueConf servers. It is also possible to install the TrueConf Calendar Connector on the same computer where TrueConf Server is installed. It actually doesn't consume a lot of resources, but in terms of networking security, we decided to make it a separate product because it should connect to different branches and different applications. That product runs a system service, so it's just not an application. It's basically a system service which could be scheduled, it could be stopped, restarted. It should follow some itinerary. For example, you can restart it if you need. So it's a production service which is installed by the means of a separate installation file. We have installation files for all major platforms where TrueConf Server is available. And also the installation require from administrator to enter the activation key. And activation key will be available from our website, like for any other product of us, like TrueConf Server, TrueConf Room, or TrueConf MCU. Some of the features which are connected with the enterprise capabilities, like multi-TrueConf Server connectivity, multi-Exchange Server connectivity, redundancy will be available in the enterprise version. And some of the features like support for CalDAV, which is also quite important, the second most important protocol for calendars after EWS, will be available in the next version. So please pay attention to that. I'd like to point out as well that the current version only support one direction integration with Exchange. That means that all events are automatically synchronized from Exchange to TrueConf Server. And TrueConf Server has its own calendar system and which is used by TrueConf applications. You will see it in the demo in a moment. That is available from desktop and mobile and TrueConf Room applications. So basically, we need to add information about user events from Exchange to our internal TrueConf Server calendar, and it will be automatically visible across all client applications. So we just synchronize server-side Exchange information about user events with server-side TrueConf Server calendar. So we are not synchronizing between client applications because both system has its own way how to deliver information about events to the user applications like Outlook or TrueConf client, but we use server-to-server integration between Microsoft Exchange and TrueConf Server. That's important. And currently, it is only available in one direction. The next version, which will be available in the third or fourth quarter, I believe, in autumn, maybe October, the both two-directional integration will be available, but right now it is only limited to one direction. That has some outcomes. First of all, please pay attention to the screenshot on the left that it is not possible for users to edit conferences inside TrueConf client applications or personal area. They have to use Outlook to change events, to change settings of the events, to change date, time, list of participants, PIN code, waiting room, whatever, have to be done using Outlook application, because the first release will only have one direction synchronization from Exchange to TrueConf Server, not two-directional. So that's why if you'd like to change the event, update the event, delete the event, users, they need to use Outlook for that, not TrueConf application. TrueConf application will actually only reflect and display the events which are available on Outlook, and that's it. All events from Outlook will be displayed. Doesn't matter if they have conferencing link or if they don't have the conferencing link. Only one-way synchronization is available with the first release. We synchronize all types of events. We synchronize all the information about events. And that synchronization happens in real time. TrueConf Calendar Connector actually doesn't ask Exchange Server about updates. It works in a different way, where Exchange Server using Exchange Web Services tell us about the changes which happens to the user events. So basically, TrueConf Calendar Connector sign up for updates for user events, and when update happens, Exchange tells us what updated. So that doesn't create a lot of network load. It works almost with no delay, and we just synchronize everything, and we follow updates from the Exchange side. It is also important to note that if you'd like to create the event which has the start time or start date, you have to use Outlook when TrueConf Calendar is presented in your network. However, virtual rooms and conferences you create on the go, ad hoc conferences, are of course still available in client applications because they don't have start date and time. But events which are scheduled for specific time and date have to be created from Outlook. That's important. So there is no way to create them from TrueConf client applications. Only virtual rooms could be created from TrueConf client application. That's important. In the next version, it will be possible to create events on both sides, but right now only from Outlook. But that's a very common user scenario. Actually, we are following the request from our enterprise customers, and they really want to use Outlook for events. They really want to receive notification about events from Outlook. They really want to use Outlook to check the availability of their colleagues from their own calendars, to see the block times which are not available for the events, etc. There are many features in Outlook, and our business is to display all those events in TrueConf application. So that's a very natural way to create, edit, and update events using Outlook. So we don't want to interfere with that. We just follow the business requirements. Maria, please tell us briefly what features the plugin has, this integration has, and after that, I will try to demonstrate them.
Yeah. Sure. So when you're scheduling the event in the Microsoft Exchange, you should choose the available time slot or your desired time slot. And here you can see the interface where you can adjust some settings.
I'd like to point out that not Exchange, but Outlook.
Oh, sorry.
So users interact with Outlook, yeah.
Yeah, my fault, sorry. Yeah, and in the interface you can see the list of available features that you can adjust before sending the invitation to your teammates. So you can, of course, set up the name of the event. You can choose the time slot when it will be repeated, or you can select one time event. Also, you can add meeting participants if you want to create the virtual meeting, so online meeting using TrueConf application, using TrueConf video conference. So just to point out, you can create the events that will be held online, so using TrueConf, or you can also select the event without any conference, so it can be your personal dentist assignment, for example, or some offline meeting. So if you choose the online event using TrueConf, you can add participants from your address book, and this list will be automatically synchronized with TrueConf Calendar in the client application. So you can see in the right of this slide that we created the event. It is called contract negotiation, and it is automatically synchronized with the client application.
I'd like to also notice that we support the statuses for participant invited to that event, like whether the user declined the invitation, or if he or she accepted it, or still doesn't provide any reply for the invitation being sent. So it is displayed both in Outlook. It is also displayed in the list of participants on TrueConf client application site. You can see from the right part of that screenshot that some of the invitations has still no response, and one user, Carla, accepted the invitation. So as for now, TrueConf Server will try to invite to the conference all participants who was added to the event on Outlook site. Even if that user declined the invitation, we'll try to call him. But in the next version, it will be took into the account, and the users who declined the invitation will never receive an incoming call from TrueConf Server inviting that user to the scheduled in Outlook event.
Lev, can we react to the meeting invitation in the client application, not in the Outlook?
No, because in that integration, we use Outlook as a calendar application. So the Outlook is the right way to accept, decline, cancel, delete, move. Only through Outlook we can display information about the user event in TrueConf application. So the right way to deal with the calendar is Outlook application when we have this integration in place. That's important. It is very similar to our Active Directory integration. When we have Active Directory integration enabled on TrueConf server side, you have to create new users, you have to populate fields of the profiles of users, like additional phone number, city, branch, whatever, from Active Directory side. We only synchronize that information from Active Directory to our user list. And the same happens with the calendar. Your users has to use Outlook as the tool to work with the calendar. We only synchronize information from the Outlook to our server to start conferences, to display the calendar for the user, and to allow him to see who is invited. But next version, it will be possible to edit, but right now not possible. Maria?
Yeah. Okay, so now a couple of words about editing the event. So as Lev mentioned, in the Outlook calendar, you can reschedule the event. So you can change time settings, the time slot of your event. You can cancel it or delete, and it will be automatically deleted, cancelled, or edited in your TrueConf client application for all users that are invited to this event.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maria, how long it take for the synchronization? How long we have to wait before the information about even changed in Outlook or updated in Outlook will be visible in TrueConf application side?
Actually, it happens immediately. It doesn't require much time, or just a couple of moments, I suppose. So we are going to hold a demonstration, and you will see in your own eyes how swiftly it happens.
Thank you. Very interesting. And what about the events from our Outlook agenda, which has conference and links? How it affects the behavior of the TrueConf application?
As you can see, when you create the event using Outlook calendar and add a link to TrueConf video meeting, it is automatically added to the Outlook calendar and it is visible in the client application. So you see the special Join Conference button. And when the conference starts, the client application, the server, automatically calls all the invited participants who accepted your invitation.
The first version will call everybody, not just people who accept it, but everybody. Next version will take care of that. I'd like to add that currently only links to TrueConf Server events are supported. That means only TrueConf Server conference links will trigger the client application to display that button you can see on the right side of the slide, which is labeled Join Conference. But in the next version, we will also add support for links we consider we can call to. For example, it could be a Zoom session or any other platform which has SIP connectivity. It could be the SIP link or URL similar to SIP, or it could be H323 call strings, which have also specific notation. So we will try to extract the location from the event and to understood is it possible for our client application to directly call to that event. So we will take care of that. And if we not, we will also take care of that. So you can follow the link and use the WebRTC from the third-party tool to join the conference. But for our customers, most of the events, of course, are created from TrueConf server side. So most of the cases are already covered. So all TrueConf links are automatically displayed. And actually, TrueConf server will automatically call that user. So don't need to open the calendar and click on any button. That's the beauty of that solution. So you don't need to follow the calendar invitation reminder. Actually, when the conference starts, which you were invited to, you will automatically, that's the beauty of that solution, you will automatically receive a call from TrueConf server inviting you to that conference. So you don't need to think about, oh, I missed that invitation, or I forgot to pay attention, for example, to that notification. I missed the beginning of event. No, that will never happen. You will receive a call. That's very, very easy. You will never miss it. Actually, the call will be sent to all devices where you are authenticated, desktop, mobile, whatever. Yeah, tell us, Maria, about the universal approach for the calendar we have.
Yeah, we have just touched this topic that synchronization happens across all devices. It can be your desktop, your PC, a laptop, or mobile, so tablet, any device with a TrueConf client application and with Outlook. So the events are automatically synchronized across all authorized devices.
And most importantly, TrueConf client application shouldn't have access to Exchange Server. It shouldn't have access to Exchange Web Services. It shouldn't have access to any other parts of your corporate infrastructure. The only thing TrueConf client application requires is the ability to authenticate on TrueConf server, and everything else, all synchronization with calendars will take place inside your private network in a very secure way, because all synchronization between Exchange and TrueConf server happens without internet access. It happens inside your network, and TrueConf applications connect to TrueConf server in a secure way. using our secure protocol. Actually, our customers, they also use, we have the border controller, a special TrueConf border controller application, which adds additional layer of security for people who connect outside of the corporate network. And that's altogether creates a very secure approach to access user calendar from TrueConf applications. For example, on the go, when we travel, we can see the whole agenda for ourselves, for that user, in every TrueConf application, including mobile applications. Even if we are not able to open a web interface of Outlook, or if our Outlook application is not able to connect to Exchange Server because we are traveling and the access is limited for specific ranges of IP addresses, subnetworks, whatever, TrueConf client applications can show us and display to us our agenda, our calendar events, because TrueConf Server already synchronized information in a secure way, in a secure manner about our events. That's really simplifies things for security team of your customer company. Maria, thank you for this introduction to the features. We will shortly show you in real demo those features. Before we proceed to demo, I'd like to pay attention to the most important topic, the licensing. We believe that scheduling of events is very important, and we decided to release that product in 2 versions, the free one and the standard version. The free version is available for up to 50 users, free of charge. And actually, it is fully functional. It doesn't allow the 2-way editing. Only 1-way synchronization is available. However, that's a wrong translation. Not access to Exchange recording, of course, but access to Exchange editing on Exchange side. So it will be available only in standard version, the 3rd line of that table. And we also believe that this functionality is crucial for many customers, and we really don't want to charge a separate fee for that product. So we decided that the full version will be available free of charge for all customers who has active full technical support package. That's plain simple. So if you have full support package, we will provide you the unlimited version for TrueConf Calendar Connector. If you don't have the support package, you can benefit from the free version, which is available for 50 users. And actually, those 50 are concurrent. So if you restart the service of TrueConf Calendar, those 50 will be assigned to different users, or they will be assigned to whitelisted users. We have specific list of important users on your server, which that list, the users from that list will be synchronized first of all. So we automatically synchronize all events for whitelisted users, and also whitelisted users, they take seats in the free version before others. And this way you can prevent the free version to be used by not whitelisted users, for example. So you have control above that. But of course, we recommend to you to purchase the support package. And we also, I'd like to add, I'd like to remind you that our support package is not just a package for support. Our support packages includes updates. That's important. So you could have updates for TrueConf Server, for TrueConf Calendar Connector, Chatbot Connector, client applications. So we have many applications, so you receive updates for them when you purchase the support package, alongside with the support, alongside with the service we render to you or to your customers. So that's really important. It is not really expensive, and we recommend to have alongside, together with every license for TrueConf Server, also a TrueConf package available. That's really important. But it doesn't mean that TrueConf Server will stop to work without support package. No, of course, it is not mandatory, but it has some benefits, as you can see from this table. Okay, so let's proceed with some demonstrations. So I hope you can see my desktop right now.
Yes.
I have the web version of Outlook application for that user, Cliff Brown. That's a corporate account from a local domain, which is trust1.log. This is some demo domain we have here in our local network. I have some events here. I can switch for work week. Yeah, that's more convenient, from Monday to Friday. And actually, I have the same account authenticated. Sorry, different avatars. But Mr. Brown from TrueConf client application. In here, we can see the same events which are available for that user in TrueConf application in the calendar settings. Actually, we're going in the next release, maybe even with the nearest release, the forthcoming release, I believe we will update this icon. It will be labeled not conferences but calendar. So that will be chats, the most important section, and the second most important will be calendar. So you will see all the events from your users will see all the events from the Outlook right here. At the moment, you have to click on the conference and click on the calendar to see that interface. So let me start with some basic things. So today is the Wednesday, and I'd like to create a new event for noon Greenwich time. New event. It will be plain, simple, empty event just for me. You see in the new event thing, and for Wednesday, it is right here. So it is accepted because I'm the only host. I'm the owner of this event. It doesn't have connection link to any conference because it's actually a very simple event without any links. The location field for that event is not populated, it is empty. That's why we don't have connection link. So it appeared immediately here. And if I move it around, for example, to 1 p.m., it will move according to my time zone. It will automatically move because my time zone here is local and here the time zone is the different one. So we take care about it. That's also really important because you could be traveling and your calendar server, Exchange server time could be different from your client application time. So it is fully supported. So you will always see on your authenticated client application these times for which is appropriate for a time zone. And for example, if I not move event, if I change the duration, for example, to 2 hours, I need to open that day once again, and the list is updated. Now the event is extended to 1 more hour. So the synchronization happens almost simultaneously. So we need to receive the notification from Exchange that that event was updated, and we immediately update it in the calendar on TrueConf server side, and TrueConf client application also reads that information. If I move that event to another day, it will appear another day, so almost simultaneously. If I add to that event information about the conference, so I open TrueConf Outlook plugin. This is the way how to use this integration. So I have to populate the link and I have to create a meeting. So I will create the all on-screen meeting. No pin code, no recording, nothing. That conference was automatically created on TrueConf server side. The location field was populated with the link to that conference and the invitation was entered. My system is not fully localized, so sorry for that, but it will be in English, depending on the environment, operating system language. And if I update that and save the event, so now we have the new event with specific link, and that new event now have that link and description in TrueConf client application side. That happens automatically, and I can follow that link and open that conference page, or I can join that meeting right away. And let's go deeper. And now I'd like to add my colleagues to that invitation. Please pay attention that I'm using Outlook to create, update the event. I'm not using TrueConf application for that, because when we have TrueConf Calendar Connector in place, we are not able to edit or create events in TrueConf application. We have to use Outlook for that. I don't have create button here. I don't have change settings button here. So I have to go here in that interface to change my event. For example, I'd like to add some other people from my corporate address book. So I will add 3 more people, 4 people, save. I can see the available time slots. That's the whole idea behind the Outlook. So we can see the spots, time slots, which are available for other users immediately. So I can select the right time for that new event, which is convenient for every participant. That's really, really nice. And once I click send, the information about that event, I have no responses, automatically deliver it to TrueConf server side. So you can see the same people who were invited to that conference are already here. I can see them in the participant list. We fully support the response statuses, so I don't have any response from those invitations. I don't know whether those people will accept my invitation to that new event or not, but I still can see them in the information about my conference, so they're here. That's really cool. And if someone, for example, will decide to cancel the participation to my event, for example, he will cancel, or I'm as the host or organizer of that event, I will remove someone from the attendees. That list will be updated in TrueConf site as well, so you don't see that user anymore, and TrueConf server will not call him or her when the conference starts. So that's synchronization happens automatically. The conference parameters, the participant list, the exception statuses for exception of that conference or not. We can even, let's move that even to the previous time. I will move it on Monday. Send everybody. Yeah, Outlook just needs my confirmation that I want to send invitation for the event took place in the past. So I can see it on Monday. Here it is. Oh, sorry, it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, sorry, not Monday. Still has the same parameters. And what we can do is actually we can use a very complex, advanced scheduling for this event. So I will edit, and I will add a very complex repeat scenario. We have some built-in repeat scenarios which are fully supported, like every day, every Tuesday, every workday, etc., every first day of the month, every first Tuesday, but we actually can do whatever we want. So we can, for example, repeat that event on 11 a.m. every Saturday, every first week. And once I update it, it will appear here. We have a new event every Saturday. And now it is also available here every Saturday in my calendar. The same event is here. I can go further. Next year, it will be there. Oh, not synchronized for the next year. I have to click here to synchronize. But the idea is that even very complex events with quite complex itinerary is fully supported, and you can use the full power of Outlook planning to edit it. I will edit this series of the events, so I can adjust it. Let's say from every Saturday, I will update it to every Saturday and Sunday. Send to everybody. And now we have the same event on every Saturday and Sunday. So that's just works. We can even remove some of the events. For example, let's see the whole week, month, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. For example, I'd like to remove next Sunday, which will be the 4th of July, that event. I will cancel it here. The occurrence will be cancelled, and I will notify the invited people that this specific occurrence of that event will be cancelled. So no new event for the 6th of July for the Sunday. And now it will be updated on our site as well, and we don't have it here. So we have a new event on 13th of July, but we don't have it on 6th of July. So everything is synchronized. Even if we change not the itinerary for the event, we just cancel one or multiple events from the series of events, it is also fully synchronized. So the idea behind that is quite simple. So we will display all events from the user calendar, his whole or her agenda in TrueConf application in a very convenient way. And that's it. And the user don't have to worry about it. They can use Outlook like they used it before, but all the events will be available from TrueConf application, and events which has links to join will have link to join. That's quite simple. That was the demonstration for TrueConf Calendar Connector, and now I'm back to the conference.
It was very informative and detailed demonstration. I hope our guests enjoyed it. Feel free to ask questions if you have any.
Yeah, I don't see any questions in the chat. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them in our community. You can also contact your manager from our side to receive updates on that product. I'd like to remind you that it will be available together with TrueConf Server 5.5 release in July, very shortly. It has free version for up to 50 users. If you have active support package, full or full plus support package, you will have access to the full version of that product. If you are our enterprise customer or your customer is our enterprise customer, please get in touch with your manager. We also have enterprise capabilities, which will become available in the second quarter for that product with a multi-server connectivity, multi-exchange server connectivity and redundancy, etc. And thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And Maria, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to see you today.
Thank you. Feel free to join us very soon on our new webinars that will happen in September.
In August.
I hope so.
In August, I believe.
In August.
We have so many things to tell you about. Yeah, we have the new mobile applications for Android and iOS we have to cover. We have the release of TrueConf AI Server, which is very integrated with the TrueConf applications for automatic transcription of the conference and protocol creations. We have new releases for TrueConf Group and TrueConf Room endpoints for rooms, so with AirPlay support and many other interesting things. And so there are a lot of things going on. We are not stopping the development, so we continue to deliver new updates, but we'd like to take a break for July, for vacations, for your vacations and our vacations, and we will come back in August and we'll continue to deliver the updates in the form of webinar and news, etc., and newsletters for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
So have a nice day, have a nice vacations, and be safe, take care, and we'll see you in August.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.